Shalom Akim, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem, Kwakadash. Double salutations to the elders and the apostles of Griffin doing real well, and the Akim doing the work of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua, in sincerity and in truth, throughout the four corners of the earth, in diligence and courage of mind. This brother Nash DC Camp short lesson. Yeah, because, just got done watching the Apostle Taha's video. Becoming aware of what's going on, man, in Babylon. And then, talked about the movie, the Roddy Piper, They Leave. But you just have to understand, man, it's a spiritual movie. It lets you understand that you have to wake up, man. You don't have time, all right, to be sitting back and be thinking that Babylon is going to go on forever, man. You have to see things the way the Lord Yahweh set it up. Our people need to wake up, man, because ignorance is no longer an excuse. You can't speak out of ignorance when you're in the body of the Lord Yahweh. You have to speak according to the words. Chapter 8, verse 20, it says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not of the Lord Kadash, there is no light in them. And the men of the Lord have the light in them, so they have to speak according to the law and according to the prophets, the prophecy. Alright? So it's that simple. And that's why we have to warn our people. We have to let them know what the law and what the prophecy is concerning the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast, all right, and other events they need to be aware of. And it's really, really important to bring home that point, to stress that point, and not to deviate from it, all right, because we're getting closer and closer and closer to the hour of temptation, all right. And a lot of people are going to, run and give in, because of fear, because of intimidation, because they don't want to lose their goodies that they've acquired in this world. All right. So it's a great movie to watch. You gotta watch it again. When I compare it to The Matrix, I would say I'll say neck and neck, man. Toe to toe. It's not as big budget as The Matrix, but at least you have a better understanding, get a deeper understanding of what's going on. All right. So I got a precept here from the book of Psalms chapter 13. I'm going to read verses 2 and I believe all the way to 5. It says, how long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? And that's one thing you have to be aware of, man. It's a bitter experience here in Babylon. All right, you're walking around the clock. All right, seeing all the oppression and all the madness and all the drama that's being pumped out over the airwaves. You can't afford to get comfortable here. There is no rest for us here. All right, you have to accept that you're in captivity. You have to understand that you're walking a fine line. All right, and you don't have to you don't have to give up, man. You have to stay on that course all the way to the end. All right. You don't want to get distracted, right? Even though, just like Lot was vexed with the conversation of the ungodly, so we should be, all right? So it says, how long shall my enemy be exalted over me, all right? Just because you see, these Edomites and all these heathens, enjoying and pulling the strings of power in this society, in this world, you shouldn't be upset, because the Lord Yahweh put them there and is about to bring them down. You shouldn't get carried away and drown in your anger, drown in your sorrow, and drown in sadness. That's not what the Lord Yahweh gave you this word to do to yourself. It's supposed to build you up. It's supposed to make you meditate and help you gather your thoughts together. And that's the reason why this knowledge is very, very important. All right. Verse 3, hear me, O Lord, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakadash, power. Lighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. All right. Lighten my eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. Give me the wisdom, make me know what's going on, lest I, go along with the ignorance of this world, with the folks that have no idea what's going on. All right, with the blind, the scripture says, "The blind lead the blind; they shall go forth into the ditch." That's a pit. That's the grave. You don't want to be of that mindset. All right, that's why it says, "Lighten my eyes, O Lord, Yabashima Shaba Shima Kakadash." All right, so you be aware of the Lord's secrets. All right, that's the reason why you need light to see out of darkness. You need light to understand what's going on around you. When you say enlighten me, meaning give me a better explanation. Just like Ezra and the angels were on a session, the angel told him what was going on. It lets him know what, the beginning of times, middle of time of the nation of Israel. And that was really, 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 really something that we need to think about, all right? Then verse 4 says, "The enemy say, I have prevailed against him, and those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved." And that's what a lot of people don't understand in these last days, man. That Esau is gonna come in like a like a serious flood, like a bulldozer. All right, and a lot of our people are gonna be upset. They're gonna be timid. All right, they're gonna give in. All right. And that's it for the behind. But the men of the Lord are going to stand firm unto the end. All right, you have to move from place to place, because our war is not a carnal war; it's a spiritual war. All right, and that's what Esau was trying, to go against the Lord by giving in to the flesh. All right, by joining the so-called faction that pick up arms and go against the government and all that stuff. That's not what the Lord Yahweh Shai called his prophets to do. He just called to preach the gospel and then anoint the people and share the prophecy. Remind the people of the high holy days, the Shabbats, and that's it. There's nothing else. All right, and to warn the people. All right, and you have to, man. You have to accept that the Lord Yahweh Shai has given us this knowledge to see out of darkness, because this is Babylon, the land of confusion. That's why we need this light, so we don't sleep the sleep of death. All right. Then verse 5 says, "But I have trusted in thy mercy; my heart shall rejoice in thy salvation." That's the Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh Shai is on the way to deliver us as the enemy is attempting to prevail over us. All right. And the Lord Yahweh Shai is getting ready. All right, so you just gotta pray that you hold on to the end, man. All right. So another precept is going to be from the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 8. All right, because it's very necessary you understand that what you have access to. All right. So this Psalms 19, verse 8 says, "The statutes of the Lord Yahweh Shai are right. Rejoice in the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes." So you can't live without it, man. When you're awake, the Lord has got you. So you don't have to be, worrying about how much money you got in the bank, if there's food in the fridge, about your health and safety. The Lord's already in charge of that, all right? So you can't burden yourself with your worries. You have to accept that the Lord put you in this place for a reason, and you're going to fulfill his will, all right? So just understand, man, you're going to be chastened, and that you're going to grow, all right? And it's excellent live to understand that the Lord Yahweh Shai has given you the wisdom to see what's going on in this world and to abide in His Word, to abide under His mercy. All right. And another precept is going to be from the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 18. All right, some milk precept, because that's exactly what you're going to be using in these last days. All right. A lot of the milk is going to help you in these last days. All right. This is all that simple. You're going to know that you know how to take the trip. All right. You're going to know that to have faith in the Lord, just like it says in Luke chapter 12, tells you that, put your trust in Him. All right. Seek first the kingdom. And that's right. And you're going to get the rewards that you've been striving for in these last days, all this time. All right. So this is Isaiah chapter 20, 19. It says, "And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book." All right. How's the deaf going to hear this? Someone has to read unto them. Someone has to show them. All right. Someone has to make these words known. That's why the men of the Lord are versed in different languages, even the sign languages. All right. So just imagine, when you have another brother that's able to print some braille and let the people know what's going on. Because you have people that are blind and also deaf. So just imagine when they have access to this knowledge, all of a sudden you're like, wow, this is beautiful. All right. So it says, and in that day, Ezekiel 9:18, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book. Which book? The book of the Lord, the prophecies. All right. And the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. So the age of ignorance, the age of working with a glass, half empty, those days are over. The days of walking without the water, the everlasting water, is over. The day of living without the words of Lord thereby Shema Shai is coming to an end. All right. And that's why a lot of our people are waking up now. They're understanding that they have to tighten up. They have to get closer and closer to the Lord thereby Shema Shai in spirit and in truth. All right. And they don't have to partake in all these endeavors, this rat race of darkness. All right. Verse 19 says, "The meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel." And that's talking about our people, all right? Because He's the Lord thereby Shemashah is the only one that can get us out of this calamity, all right? So another precept is going to be from the book of Hebrews chapter 10, verse 32. That's all you need, this light to see. All right, Hebrews chapter 10, verse 32. "But call to remembrance the former days in which, after you were illuminated, you endured a great fight of affliction." All right, so always remember, once you are awake, you understand that's a different ballgame. It's a different experience. Now you understand the struggle between the flesh and the spirit. You understand the society and the way it's going. You understand how decisions are made. And then you're able That's all that we're hoping for, that Lord thereby Shema shall have mercy upon us, and that will be found written in the book of, from the book of, let me see, from the book of Baruch. You see how the screen is always acting up, acting funny. Alright, let's try one more time. Let's go see if this system is acting. But I understand, doing the work, the obstacle, to the flesh, and the work of the flesh, and the obstacle to the spirit. So this is the book of Baruch 4. I'm going to read verse 12. It says, It's verses 1 and 2. Yeah, Baruch chapter 1, chapter 4 and 2 says, this is the book of the commandment of the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Kwakadas, just like we just read, right? And the law that endureth forever, all they that keep it shall come to life, shall die. So, Psalms chapter 13, verses 2 all the way to 5. You don't want to sleep the sleep of death. Alright? Meaning by departing from the words of the Lord there by Hashem Yahushua, you make yourself a prey, alright, for unrighteousness to the vultures of this world. Okay? So you gotta hold on. Okay, verse 2 says, turn thee, O Jacob, and take heed of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, thou that thou mayest be illuminated. Alright? So we will be able to see in darkness, so that you'll be able to understand the dark sayings of the Holy Scriptures. That's why we have this word. That's why we have the Holy Spirit. Okay? So it's necessary to accept that the Lord by Shema by Shema Kwakadesh has put us in a position to accept the value of the words, the value of this wisdom, and to know that once you start to see things as they are in this society, and this society is on its way out, you know that you have to let it go. All right. So this is the book of 18. I'm going to read verses 18 and 19. All right, and it says, you know what? Revelation chapter 3. Yeah, Revelation chapter 3, verses 19. So it says, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. And that's exactly what this word is, to make you be, all right, to keep you from being naked, to make you rich, to make you humble and focused, all right, and to make you have vision, all right, to make you have a vision of how to guide yourself and the brothers around you, all right, whether you're in the leadership position or you're at the bottom. The Lord thereby Shema Shah is giving you this knowledge so you're able to prepare yourself for growth, for promotion, all right. Verse 19 says, as many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous therefore and repent. And that's why this word is always, helping you to examine yourself, to check your faults out, and to get any new revelation until you learn the value of wisdom, and to examine yourself. Once that you're growing, all right, you know exactly what you need to work on, all right, have better understanding of the whole Scripture, a place, and think that you're gonna get the whole deal. It's a process. At one time you're gonna be then you're gonna have questions, and then you're gonna start asking questions, and then you get answers, and then after that, you're gonna grow. It's a stage, all right. So that's the point that you always have to understand, man, that this movie They Live is an excellent journey, in the spirit, man. You have to see what this world is all about. Okay, you don't want to get distracted by all the flashing lights, by all the You know the enticing things of this world. All right. So you already see what's gotten the people. They're upset. They're broke. You know, and you just have to understand, man. The Lord had to shut this place down. So you should be glad that you've seen it, man. All right. So that was the point that I came. Hope you've been edified, and don't get attached to this world, man. You know, you gotta see. All right, you gotta put on the put on this, looking glasses. The words of the Lord. It's gonna help you to see what you need to do, help you understand. All right, Shalom.